You're listening to Wise Women with Lisa Brookman and Liz Wiener on News Talk Radio, CJAD 800. Brought to you by Access Medica. Medical aesthetic treatments for the best you. Click on accessmedica.ca.
You're listening to the Wise Women Show on CJAD 800 News Talk Radio. We are Lisa and Liz, a psychotherapist and an educator, and we are also the founders of wisewomencanada.com, a website where we love to share the stories that impact and inspire us, and hopefully impact and inspire you as well. And today we have a very interesting guest in studio with us who has a fascinating story of her own. Her name is Kim Vergil, and she is an artist who is inspired by dreaming. Welcome to the studio, Kim.
Welcome, Kim.
Hi, ladies.
So great to have you here.
That's fun to be here. This is very exciting.
Awesome. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Okay, so what's really cool is that I remember my dreams from really early childhood. I think I can, very early years, I was able to have very repetitive dreams, and it impacted me. I really remember them between the ages of 7 and 12. It was a repetitive dream that happened over and over.
So you had recurring dreams, the same thing
and
over and over again.
it's the same story. It's just a little twist here and there. And then there was the final episode. And it was really like a television sitcom series. And the final episode happened and I never dreamt it again. Something changed in the dream. And so, okay, I noticed it, but I was a young girl. And at this time, I'm already an artist. As soon as I could touch a crayon, I was drawing, and I had set up my own little studio in my cupboard. And I was taking on all kinds of drawing lessons and stuff. And then in adolescence, I did the same thing. There were these repetitive dreams that came back at me over a period of time. And then again, there was a final episode, and I never dreamt it again. And so somehow in that very early stage of the game, I was very aware that something was happening with dreams.
So you felt like your subconscious was trying to tell you something, maybe deliver a message.
So you were conscious of the fact that you were having this repetitive dream over and over again. Okay.
Yep. It was really interesting because I was still very young. So, life goes on and I, become an artist. I did my Bachelor of Fine Arts at UQAM and had a great time getting into the art world in a very serious way and becoming a full-time artist and just going on about my life, having dreams like anybody else would, nightmares and a dream here and there, remembering them not. And then in 2005, I had the year from hell, which I think also as you go on in life, you end up having one of those where everybody died and, I lost my dad to cancer and it was just I lost my grandma, my dog. I mean, it just went on and it was really a tough year. And so what was interesting about it was I started to have the dreams coming back. The dreams were coming, the nightmares, and
the same recurring dreams you had. No, totally different dreams.
Exactly, series of dreams. But I was again just really struck by the dreams were very in my face. So basically, I'm a tool girl. I like to work with my hands, and I'm like, if I've got trouble, give me some tools to cope here. And I'd had an art exhibition, and a friend of mine had gone to the show, and she'd seen my work, and my work had already started to take on a real dream themes. The actual show was called Dreamscapes. And so she said, listen, there's a girl called Lainey Dolphin, an amazing dream analyst that lives here in Montreal. And she's given a course on dream analysis. Would you like to go? And I said, absolutely.
I would like to take that kind of course.
Oh, yeah. Lainey is an amazing teacher. She really breaks it down into very simple steps. So we did the course. And by about the fourth class, I was learning so much in terms of trying to better understand my dreams. We were doing dream group, which was very interesting, sharing a dream and working it together. And by the fourth class, I brought in my portfolio and said, okay, I have my night dreams, but these paintings I'm doing, they're dreams on their own. And it's kind of interesting. I want to know what these mean.
So you were inspired by your dreams to produce your art, or you felt like your art was reflective of something you just weren't sure what it was yet?
Exactly. It's like they were appearing just like when you go to bed at night, you don't know what you're going to dream. You can have a kind of incubation idea, but you really don't know what the story's going to be. And then all of a sudden you wake up in the morning and there you go. Well, my artwork was doing the same thing.
So you would wake up, feel inspired, paint something.
Nope.
No.
No.
So I need to have clarification.
Okay,
so tell
awesome.
me again,
yeah, so I go into the studio and I just start working, and the pieces that appear, at this point, I'm already doing a combination of photography and paint. I've loved photography. I studied photography when I was doing my my tech degree at John Abbott in ceramics technology, and I'd really gotten into photography. So I'm mixing at this time photography and painting. And the images that are the final results, I'm not kind of predetermined about it. It's appearing.
Like subconsciously.
So I'm not taking a dream and painting it. It's more that I'm making a painting and it looks like a dream.
So you're channeling it almost.
Yeah, it's like coming through me.
Fascinating.
I couldn't paint the things that are there on my own. They kind of come through. It's just so cool. And to have faith in that process is really neat.
So, Kim, would you classify yourself as a multimedia artist?
Absolutely. Mixed media. Yeah. And my work is very, like, if you look at it really quick now, this is many years later. That was in 2005. 10 years later, there's been a real change and a deepening of the process. But my work now, I really call it abstract mixed media, but it's full of content.
I've had a chance to see some of your art, and it's absolutely fascinating and beautiful, and every piece is so unique that you can just stand in front of it for 15 and 20 minutes and kind of look through it, and I love it.
You're actually here today because that's how we met you. We saw your artwork on the walls of Access Medica, who is the clinic who sponsors the Wise Women Show, and we were there and we saw your artwork on the wall, and
who does this?
Yeah,
Who's
who
the
does
artist?
this? This is incredible. And then we happened to meet you there.
Yeah.
And we found your story fascinating, just to be inspired. Are you always inspired by dreams, or you think that your work is always reflective of something in your subconscious?
Oh, so what happened was that I ended up because of Lainey doing this interesting course, I ended up joining something called the International Association for the Study of Dreams. When I showed Lainey my portfolio, she kind of said to me, "Oh my God, you're an artist. You're a real artist." It was kind of cute. And I said, "Yeah, I work all the time." And she said, "We're having an art exhibition in association with the conference that's coming to Montreal in 2008. And how would you like to take over running the art exhibition?" And I said, "Sure, volunteer." And I've been with the association ever since. So
you haven't stopped.
I haven't. I've learned so much. So I do all the art behind the scenes. I jury, I curate, I help organize, get galleries in place to help support it. And then there's a show at the same time. So what's happened is I ended up doing all my work. Then I go and spend 4 or 5 days in a dream conference when from 8 in the morning is dream group, and we talked about dreams till 9 at night. So I've learned so much about dreams. So it's definitely impacted the way I look at my artwork, because I'm coming at it from the eyes of an artist.
Now, we'd love to hear if you are inspired in any way by your dreams. You can text us at 514-800 or call us at 514-790-0800. I know that I often remember my dreams.
Cool.
And they are often really weird. They're really strange. And I said this to one of my friends. I often write them down in my journal because they're really strange. And I'm always trying to figure out if they're trying to tell me something. And is that the kind of thing you learn like in the course you did with Lainey Dolphin? Okay.
Absolutely. I think that what's really disappointing in our kind of society right now is we've really kind of dissed dreaming. Oh, it's just a silly dream. They now know, and this is all stuff that I've learned over time, and I have to make it very clear this is my interpretation of what I'm understanding. But from what I understand, if we live to 85 years old, you've dreamt 20 solid years of your life. Right. You dream every night, every 45 minutes for about 10 to 15 minutes.
People think they don't dream every night, but you actually do. You may not remember your dreams.
It's a muscle. You have to train it. And writing it down, having a journal by your bed is actually probably the number one best way. It's a really a good cue to yourself. Hey, I'm serious about this. I want to remember my dreams. So it's very important to kind of give yourself that feedback. I want to learn. And then starting to learn about the ideas of what is it that each thing means within a dream. And it really is a very symbolic process. We think of it as being, I had this really weird dream. But once you start to learn the language of your dream, then it becomes really, really, it makes so much sense. And you can learn so much about yourself and about, what's going on in your life around you through looking at your dreams. The interesting part is your dreams are doing the work, whether you do the work with them or not. And that's kind of cool. But if you do work with your dreams and you try to better understand them, then you are able to get there faster, farther in terms of who you are.
What's the message then? You had mentioned that you had these recurring dreams. I have had a recurring dream for the past 20 years, kind of creeps up every so often.
Same.
What does that mean, a recurring dream? What is your brain trying to tell you, your subconscious?
I want to make it very clear that I'm not the dream analyst. I'm coming at this as an artist. But what I would say is that with reoccurring dreams that keep coming back, if that happens to me and it's my kind of reoccurring thing, it's something that I haven't finished dealing with. So from what I understand, dreaming is problem solving. We're problem solving every day. And how we do that is so this is how I understand we create our dreams, our night dreams. We photograph our life all around us. We don't have enough hard drive gig in our brain to film our life. So we photograph everything all day long. We take those photographs and we kind of put them in the computer storage banks of our brain. So you have a folder for blue and a folder for cold and a folder for scary and a folder for shoes. Women definitely have a shoe category.
Yeah, Liz has definitely a
I
shoe
might have
folder.
a few shoe categories.
Shoes.
Yes.
And then when your dream needs to talk to you, it kind of goes and gets those images. And that's why you can take an image of the elevator at the 26th floor, get out on the 26th floor, and you're in the forest because the two images have just been stuck together. And
coming up, we're going to talk a little bit more about dreams. We're going to learn about abstracted dreamscapes and dream scenes and dream moods. Kim, will you stay with us?
Absolutely.
And get into a little more detail?
Sounds good.
But first, we're going to take a look at the roads with the CJAD Traffic Center.